Stugotz here for Indochino. Guys, by now you should know that made-to-measure suits fit better compared to generic off-the-rack suits. Every man looks better, feels more confident when he puts on a custom-fit suit. Indochino is the world's most exciting made-to-measure menswear company. Here's how it works. I love it. Visit a stylist at our showroom and have them take your measurements personally, or measure at home yourself and shop online at Indochino.com. Choose your fabric inside and out. Choose your design customizations. Submit your measurements with your choices. Then relax while your suit gets professionally tailored and mailed to you in a couple of weeks. And did you know Indochino is expanding into casual clothing and made-to-measure chinos? That's right. Your made-to-measure chinos will quickly become your go-to pant, pairing as easily with a suit jacket as they do with a sweater. And they'll be good any time of year for any occasion, from boardroom meetings to Sunday brunches. Indochinos start at an introductory price of $79. This week, our listeners can get any premium Indochino suit for just $359 at Indochino.com when entering Batard at checkout. That's 50% off the regular price for a made-to-measure premium suit. That's a great deal. Plus, shipping is free. It just got better. That's Indochino.com, promo code Batard for any premium suit for just $359 and free shipping. Incredible deal for a premium made-to-measure suit.
Brought to you by Stugotz. Your lawn took a beating this summer, but with one more feeding this fall with Stugotz Turf Builder Winter Guard, your grass will be greener, stronger, and more resilient both now and next spring. It's the perfect time. Pick up a bag today.
It's the shipping container rocking with you on a Wednesday.
What is that?
I mean, you're supposed to. You're trying to get this thing off the ground.
No, it's taken off. People were tweeting me, rocking with you on a Wednesday. This is it.
You can't trip over your words.
But the laughing doesn't help.
Yeah.
Be supportive.
I know. I don't know.
All right, start again. I got you.
All right. Let's do it all over again, okay?
All right.
It's the shipping container rocking with you on a Wednesday.
You guys done that better.
Yeah, that was good. I think in the podcast we're just going to start with the first one.
No.
Oh wait, I just ruined it because we're talking about it.
No, the laughing. You're supposed to sound like a badass, and laughing's not helping. Let's go. All right. Yeah, he's sabotaging.
No, I don't want to do it again. That was
steal
good.
Your shine.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it from here.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
The shipping container rocking with you on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
What did you guys read? What was said yesterday? I don't know whether the information I've got on the Heat is public or not. What was said yesterday about?
Tell us what you heard, and we'll tell you if we read that.
Yeah,
that the Dwyane Wade's rehab has been like really inconsistent. It hasn't been terribly professional. The organization's not in a great place with the fact that this isn't a botched surgery situation. This is Dwyane Wade's. The feeling is that this is Dwyane Wade's reverting back into Dwyane Wade's as soon as he signed.
Yeah, those details are lacking. We just know that it's not going well. We don't know whose fault. We haven't really heard reports that his rehabbing has gone well. He's separate from the team. He hasn't been cleared for basketball activity.
It hasn't been. I'm not even talking about professional by their standards, because the Miami Heat is a professional organization. They behave professionally. I'm talking about by professional standards, by anybody's standards. Like Dwyane Wade's has been a bit of a mystery, and so Dwyane Wade is told that he's coming back, and not only told that he's coming back, he's got to do the Wade's role now, even though he's not in shape either.
I mean, he's certainly in better shape, because the little that I've seen from Dwyane Wade's and how he's looking physically off of his Instagram, it's not the same looking dude from 2 years ago. Understood to a certain degree because of the ankle surgery and whatnot, but this seems like a really bad situation. It seems as though the Miami Heat got. They got and they got by a guy who many are just pointing and laughing at us. Of course you're going to get got by Dwyane Wade. That's who Dwyane Wade is.
Well, this is what's funny about this conversation is, everyone around the country thinking that the Miami Heat are relying on Dwyane Wade is laughing at you. But Dwyane Wade is important to this team. They need a shot creator, a fearless shot creator, so much that they're going with Wade at this age, and he's going to be the guy. Still, last 10 minutes of the game, he's going to still be the guy.
We saw a tremendous need for Dwyane Wade's while we didn't have Dwyane Wade on this team. That's why the trade for Dwyane Wade was so desperately needed, because you needed somebody with that skill set, someone who could create their own shot, someone you could go to at the very end of games, and it's someone you could depend on. And it just it's sort of sad that the person that you have to depend on in those situations is either someone you can't depend on in Dwyane Wade or someone who's playing their last NBA season in Dwyane Wade. The logjam at this position, too. They got a really weird roster construction in the Miami Heat. Really bizarre.
Wade's going to be that guy even if Waiters is here, no? Like, are we saying that Wade is brought back because of this Waiters thing is... Question mark?
Chris, when we were questioning what's taken Dwyane so long, and after that 10-minute video, it seems as though, quite honestly, he was struggling with the decision, but there were starting to be reports that we all knew what the money was. There was something else that Dwyane maybe wanted, something more than just money, and maybe that was a defined role. Maybe no more coming off this bench stuff. Maybe don't put me behind Dwyane Waiters in your plans type stuff.
I don't know how to do the measurements on this because to any other human being, somebody would look at Dwyane Wade and say, clearly he's in shape. Anybody would look at him and say that. But the Miami Heat have wrestled with him for a while about getting his weight down because they think as a player ages that, they were telling LeBron to get his weight down. That you just don't want to be carrying that kind of weight. And I don't know what you do with the fact that Dwyane Wade. So I should correct that by saying Dwyane Wade's not in shape. He's not in shape by the standards of the Miami Heat that they always have for him. He's not wandering around with a pot belly, but I don't know what kind of shape Dwyane Waiters is in.
It's round.
The shape is round?
Yeah, man. You could see it in his face. And Dwyane has one of those faces that even when he's in shape, it's sort of like a Dan face, right? Yeah. Even when you were pretty svelte, Dan, your face, you couldn't tell.
So he's not svelte anymore.
So his face is gotten a bit rounder. When he was in shape, he was posing shirtless all the time by his pool, and the shirt has remained on. There's a lot of Fortnite on the Instagram story. I'm just going off of what I know, because Dwyane Wade is a relative mystery to everybody, and it seems as though he's a mystery to the Miami Heat at the moment. I think I saw a video of him. He posted a photo of himself on a court from far away with a baggy T-shirt on. I was like, okay, he's on a court. That's good.
Wait a minute. Is this like I remember in my childhood, I never understood in the Heart videos why the lead singer was always sort of hiding in the shadows behind curtains and stuff. And it's because they were trying to conceal that she was heavy. I didn't realize that until after the fact. Is that what Dwyane Waiters is doing on Instagram? He's like, he's making videos where he's hiding behind billowing curtains so people can't see that he's bloated.
I know that move.
So do I.
It takes two to know one.
It's why I recognize it. It's very hard to hide fat people.
So what do they do? Because this team has shown a pretty remarkable inability to trade bad contracts. Everyone says, those are going to be hard contracts to trade. But NBA,
I'll tell you what they're doing, Mike. I'll tell you what they're doing. They are preparing for 2020. Like, this is the chance that this team, as is, will get, because everything that they were offered forced them to put value on something. Everything that they were offered. They tried to get in on the Kawhi stuff. They tried. That's not a surprise. Just they didn't have what San Antonio wanted. And San Antonio didn't want to go 3 teams, 4 teams, 5 teams. San Antonio just wanted to go 1 team.
It's just frustrating to me because you see the NBA, Timothy Mozgov gets traded like 17 times. Luol Deng, that contract's off the Lakers' books. It appears Noah's going to be off the books at some point. All these other teams, some of them bad teams, are figuring out ways to get rid of bad contracts.
Well, wait a minute. Deng was bought out, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he's going to have a cap number, but the damage is limited. What I'm saying is I'm seeing a lot of bad teams around the NBA find a way to pull off something that Pat Riley isn't, which is sort of disheartening to me. I understand he doesn't want to take such a loss on a return of his investment, but other teams are doing it, and they're getting sort of instant relief. And I understand 2020 is in the picture, but this is
they have not gotten up from the swing and a miss on Kevin Durant. They have not gotten up from there. And the plan now is to go it with this unit. It's not to be trading people. Go with this unit for a year and see if they can win anything, and then regroup for 2020. Who are the free agents in 2000? Draymond. Who else is in 2020?
Greek Freak is a part of that class. Let me look up the 2020 class. But here we are again. And this is disappointing because we've done this for the last 5 years.
This is where it is.
I have an unpopular question. How long can you continue to tell your fan base, like, oh, we're all in 2017, we're all in 2018. No, we're planning for 2020. Like, it just seems like every season they're waiting for the off season that's coming up or the following off season, and then nothing ends up happening, and then they're waiting for 2 more off seasons from then.
Well, what have they bought themselves with you? Because they've been really good for 20 years about flipping it over and turning it over and making the transitions from Glenn Rice to Alonzo Mourning. They've always made the transitions to Tim Hardaway, to Jamal Mashburn, to regrouping with Dwyane Wade, to making it Wade, LeBron, and Bosh. Like I understand why you're frustrated by the last couple of seasons, but look at what happened in Atlanta.
Well, it's just
no, follow me on this for a second. Just follow me. In Atlanta, Budenholzer wins Coach of the Year. Look at them now. Chicago was winning 60 games. Derrick Rose, league MVP. Look at them now. The Miami Heat have been playoff relevant, save for a couple of years, for 20 seasons. And I understand your frustration. I understand your impatience. You're right. The fan wants something better than this. But are you okay with them trading Bam and Richardson? Winslow, that's over. Like, Winslow can be an Iguodala somewhere, but like the idea of
they're trying.
It's over what they thought when Boston was trying to trade up to get him. What they thought Winslow might be is something better than Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, understood. So that was a big mistake, not taking that offer for Justice Winslow. Right now, the Heat have a decision to make, right, when it comes to Justice Winslow and locking him up. By the way, the 2020 free agent class is headlined by Kawhi Leonard and Kyrie Irving. Draymond Green is also in that class. Kevin Durant is in that class. And in 2021, that's when Greek Freak and Damian Lillard hit the free agent market.
It's just with basketball, it seems like these free agents now are just going to a place, not like the location where they want to play, where there's a friend of theirs or where they can, contend against the Warriors or against, the Lakers if the Lakers build something or the Cavs. And what is there down here that's drawing people to come here?
Well, this is what I would say to you, and it's not irrelevant, okay? Because we were having these conversations when the Lakers were getting buried by the Kobe contract. Dwyane wanted a contract that was for several years and carried deep into his 30s, late 30s. The Heat would not give it. They wouldn't make the trade of, we are keeping Dwyane Wade by any measure necessary, and they let him go. And now what they get is in this purgatory year, what they get is the Kobe Bryant farewell tour. That's what they're paying Dwyane Wade for. He'll play the last 10 minutes. They'll be a decent team, but this is Dwyane Wade's season. This is the farewell tour. This is the Kobe Bryant thing. This is Dwyane getting the send-off he deserves from Miami. So when you ask me, what does the fan want? Well, you can go out and celebrate the greatest athlete South Florida has ever had. Because this is goodbye. You get 41 more in the playoffs, and the last 10 minutes of these games, you're going to want to, like, that would be my selling point if I were the Miami Heat.
Okay, for clarification, contracts like James Johnson, Deion Waiters, Kelly Olynyk, they come off the Miami Heat's books at the end of the 2020-2021 season, and that summer, Lillard, Anthony Davis, Gordon Hayward, Victor Oladipo, all become available on the free agent market. Greek Freak as well.
So now it's 2021 we're waiting for.
Yeah, it's after the it's a 2021 season.
But what you were saying about they're selling that this year, I'm buying. I'm more excited about this season than I have any of the recent seasons. Like, this is exciting. I'm jealous. I was jealous watching that Kobe.
I wonder if
Lakers.
Miami will show the proper appreciation like Los Angeles showed for Kobe Bryant, because he is our Kobe Bryant. I've told you before that the numbers statistically, I was asking a bunch of people about this, and they're like, yeah, Dwyane Wade's best was better than Kobe's best. Kobe just did it longer. But Dwyane Wade's best, the high end of Dwyane Wade, beat the high end of Kobe, and I hope Miami appreciates that, because this season is about celebrating.
But nationally, is he on the level of Kobe Bryant? Like, if we go to Milwaukee, are they going to do a whole presentation before the game?
I think so. I think they might. What do you guys think, though? Maybe they won't. Maybe, because I believe this is the rocking chair tour, right? Kareem is the first one who did it, and I do believe that you're going to have the gift giving tour. Who was it? Trevor Hoffman. No, was it Trevor Hoffman? Somebody gave him a surfboard, and he's like, he couldn't get it on the plane. He's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, and some of these gifts just get left behind in the locker room.
Yeah, the Mariano Sandcastle. There's no real way to put that in your suit.
So this is the tour that he didn't want, is the one we're going on?
Yeah, the one that he's been quoted.
Well, maybe if he doesn't want it, then maybe teams won't do it.
He wants it, Dan. He wants
10-minute video.
Dan, he wants it.
A 10-minute video. Can I raise a real concern here with the Miami Heat and Pat Riley?
Yeah.
Don't
do it.
I'm going to do it because LeBron James is out of the East. Okay?
Yeah.
Philadelphia, that was a tough series. They're better right now, obviously. Boston, they're better right now, obviously. But this isn't the gulf that was there when Cleveland was sitting atop the conference with Kyrie and LeBron James. It's to be had if you make a move.
I don't think
and he doesn't want to make the move.
I think Boston and Philadelphia are a good deal better than you.
We're a 5 seed.
Oh, yeah. This is disappointing, man, because LeBron's gone. You don't know who's going to win the East.
You're not accounting for the idea that Boston and Philadelphia's players are young and are going to get better. And Boston didn't even what Boston did last year without those two guys is crazy. Like they don't the Miami Heat, anytime they step on the floor with those two teams, they've got the third best player. Each of those teams they're going up against, Philadelphia and Boston, have two better players than anyone on the Heat's roster.
Yes, and they're ascending, and we appear to be descending. But every time those teams play, Boston against Miami or Philadelphia against Miami, the games are close. They're compelling. The Miami Heat play Boston really well.
Mike Ryan's doing the Homer, the games are close thing again.
We would have eliminated the Sixers if that was just a series played of first halves only. Come on, Dano, make a move.
Don Batard.
You okay, John?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was going to ask that. Is everything okay?
Oh, cough. No, I have allergies, so it makes me cough.
Okay, no problem.
Stugotz.
You okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. How about you?
I'm fine.
Thanks for your concern.
Thanks for yours.
I've never had anyone I've never met this concerned over me and my health, so I appreciate it.
Okay, man, I'm a big fan, man. I'm concerned about it.
It's funny, John.
No, I'm not okay. How do you do that?
Finally, man.
You don't care how I'm doing anyway. What the hell are you asking me for? You don't really care.
It's so true.
You don't even know me.
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz on the ticket.
It's the shipping container rocking with you on a Wednesday. This is exciting. We're going to do a life hack attack. If you've ever heard it before, it's a fun segment. We all go around the room. We give a life hack. That's something that makes your day a little easier. And then the callers will judge who the winner is. We have a very complicated system on how we judge this. Call in right now, 786-456-4837. Fill up the lines. We will open up all the lines at the end of the life hack attack, and we will judge based on applause. Do I have that right, Billy? Is the new
Not
system,
at all.
Is the new system set up?
No. We have a very expensive machine. So this is how it works. 786-456-4837 if you want to call in and clap for which life hack you think was the best or you liked the best or whatever. Whatever your way of determining which life hack wins, you're going to applause. However, our machine is expensive, but it can't tell the difference between clapping and hooting and hollering and noise making and mooing and hissing. So when you hear the life hack that you want to vote for, you clap, and that's it. Now, guys, I've told you this before. We have caller ID, and if you do anything except clap, you're going to get banned for life. And every week, I don't know why that sounds like people, but every week, someone gets excited, and they start whistling or cheering or just forming some sort of ruckus, un escándalo, and, then the person gets disqualified. And I've been disqualified twice already, and I like to win today. So please stop making noise other than clapping.
And that's not the only thing that's bad about it, not just your disqualification.
What's that?
But it takes a long time to repair the machine after someone breaks it with something other than claps. We'd like to do this segment. It's actually got a bit of traction, despite it not really having any sense of order.
I'm going to tell you right now, Juan, our engineer, has told us, stop doing this segment. Every time you do it, you mess up our machine. He has to come all the way over here from Coral Gables to recalibrate things. He doesn't like it. So please, guys, don't make Juan's life difficult and just clap. That's it.
Show Juan and the game some respect. Chris, would you like to do the honors?
It is time for the Life Hack Attack! Oh, yeah. This is exciting. I'm really good at this game. I should have won both times we've done it. Have we done it 3 times or twice? I should have won every time.
This is always a point of contention, the very start, because someone wants to lead it off always, and someone thinks their chances are better of winning if they go at the end. You invented this game.
Yes.
So you go ahead and decide who goes first.
Well, I've always gone first, and I do feel like it's a disadvantage because the callers aren't even up yet, so they're not listening.
I mean, it's also a disadvantage for you because your life hack attacks make
are amazing.
No sense whatsoever.
They're amazing.
No.
Do you want to go first today?
No.
Full board of callers already, guys.
Full board of
no
callers.
way.
Okay,
Yep.
so everyone is going to hear it. So if you go first, you don't have to worry about someone not being on the line. Chris, you decide who goes first.
Roy.
All
You're
right.
going first.
All right. So you know the holes that are in the handles of your pots and pans.
Yes.
They're not just made for hanging the pans above your stove or above your kitchen island.
They're not?
No. Really? You can actually put the utensils that you're using to cook with inside the hole.
Wow.
I guess when you're putting them down to do something else?
Yes, exactly.
Wow. So a spatula, I can just set it inside there.
Yep.
Because sometimes you set the spatula on the counter and the counter's got germs. You got to take out a paper towel and put the spatula on the paper towel. It's a waste of perfectly good paper towel.
Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
But, I mean, there is a chance that the handle, make sure the handle extends out over the stove.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to knock the handle and then the utensil falls out. You don't want that.
This is an incredible life hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you,
Mike.
Roy.
You go, Mike. Next.
I go next?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, this isn't much of a surprise because I've mentioned this before, but I have terrible nipples. I was a fat kid, and it really stretched out my nipples to the point now I've lost a lot of weight recently, but I still look fat in certain types of T-shirts. You know a shirt that you're going to look bad in right away.
Yes.
By the material. Sideline polos are a no-no. Golf shirts, terrible for me. Even heap court culture shirts, a bit of a problem, despite the large, often large print on it. Still makes my nipples look pretty whack. So a couple weeks ago, I bought something called Mr. Nipple, which on the surface is like a sticker for your nipple, but it's so much more than that. I mean, this thing uses nanotechnology. And Chris, I lifted my shirt the other day when I was wearing Mr. Nipple, and you couldn't even tell.
Could not tell.
Could not tell that I was wearing Mr. Nipple.
What does that mean? It uses nanotechnology.
And that's something that you say that no one really understands nanotechnology. So it's something that you say to make something seem impressive. It's changed my life. My posture when I go out has improved. I'm going out with all this confidence. I'm wearing shirts that I wouldn't normally wear. So, Mr. Nipple, I thank you. You are my life hack attack.
So
for this week.
your life hack is just a product.
It's a product.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there a way to work out your nipples?
That's a great
Well,
question.
here's what I do before I put on the Mr. Nipple. I usually do it right away in the morning because it's a little cold in my house and the nipples are a little hard. That way, if you put the Mr. Nipple on right away, it actually holds that shape.
Wait, it holds the shape of
It'll
an
hold-
erect nipple?
Yeah, it holds the shape of
That's what
like
you're
a
going for?
harder nipple. Yeah, you want a little texture on the nipple.
Okay.
Billy, go ahead.
All right, I'm between two. So,
I'm kind of in the same boat.
yeah?
I still, right now, don't know which one I'm going with.
But you have to choose one.
I know.
All right, I'm between two. So these are the two.
No.
These are the two.
Wait, that's going to complicate the voting. We have a complicated enough voting
We'll
system.
figure that out. Don't worry. That'll sort itself out.
Okay, he's going in with two.
All right, first one. This one I saw on the internet, so this one is just kind of like a throwaway one. So I saw, like, if you need to hang something, right, and you need exact holes, and you're always there, like, measuring, you're like, don't know how to do it, if you make a copy of the thing, and then you put that copy on the wall, you just drill through the copy, and the holes would be precise. So, like, if you're going to hang, a picture frame or something, make a copy of the picture frame, put the copy on the wall, and then you just drill the hole right through where the picture frame would go. And then it'll line up.
This would require a mighty small picture frame to make a copy of it.
No, it's just you would just need something that would need holes, like 8.5 or 11 inches apart.
What's your next one?
Yeah, go with. Why'd you even?
Let's vote.
Why
You know
was
what?
that one as good as the other one?
The other one's more rude. The other one's like if you're in an elevator or if there's people near you. A lot of these I actually have a third one if you want the third one too.
Just give me the elevator one.
The other one is if there's people that are too close to you. I know that I gave you the one before. If you're at a bar, people are too close to you, pour a drink on the seat so that it's wet and no one will sit there because it's a wet seat. No one wants to sit on a wet seat.
Yeah.
This one is more a personal space thing, but it's the same kind of thing because lots of places you go and people don't respect personal space. No. And I don't understand that. Mm-hmm. And elevators in particular, they'll get right up, in your business, and people will try to cram in safety hazard on top of everything else because those elevators can only hold a certain amount of weight.
Yeah.
So if people get right nice and close to you, this is what you start doing.
Yeah. Okay, we're finally getting to it.
You start coughing or sneezing really loud. And you start making a whole thing, and then no one's going to want to get sick, so they'll stay away from you. They'll give you a nice little bubble about 1 or 2 feet around. You start doing that, and then people think you're sick, and they're not going to want to be close to you.
There's a common thread throughout all his life hacks. Have you noticed this? It's just people get the hell away from me.
And they're also all things Billy would actually never do.
Never do. You don't have the confidence to pull this off.
I did that in an elevator.
No, you did not.
This is another thing I did in an elevator because I was on a cruise and there was too many people coming in, and there was this person that the elevator's very clearly full, and there was that little bubble around me,
forced his way
in front of me. Went around someone in a wheelchair, around a person in a stroller, instead of just waiting 2 minutes for the next elevator, there's 8 elevators on this cruise, and put themselves in the back of the thing. They were only going up a floor, so they then have to go around, and then are talking super loud to somebody else. So then I just started talking even louder. I'm like, what? And I just start talking even louder.
I still have no idea what your life hack is, really.
Well, you want me to go over it again?
No.
So, okay.
No.
If you're in an elevator, a crowded space.
It's taken 6 minutes.
Okay. Just start coughing if you don't want people around you in an elevator.
Good. I'm sorry. We'll get to your third one.
And if you want to hang something, you just make a copy of it.
Yeah.
$2.
And then you hang it up. Yeah.
All right, my turn.
Yeah, you get to go last.
I forgot the third one. I was going to give it to you, but I forgot what it was.
It's a shame.
You guys ever set out on a long road trip? You're driving across the state, maybe going to a theme park.
I remember the third one. Can I get it really quick?
No.
If you don't want to be bound by anything, don't sign your actual name on stuff. Sign a fake name.
I'm glad we got to that.
I mean, at least it's official.
0 for 3 here.
If you're taking a long trip across the state, driving somewhere, you ever get about 4 or 5 hours away and you think to yourself, did I lock my front door? Man, that is the worst feeling. Yep, Stugotz is nodding. Yes, that has happened to all of us. Here's the life hack. Do something unusual when locking the door before a long trip to remember you've definitely done it. Maybe do a little wave thing with your arms. Maybe do a couple claps. Maybe sing a little song so you can think back. You know what? I definitely locked the door because I sang that song as I was doing it.
Of course I locked the door. I did a handstand.
Exactly.
Right. This is actually pretty helpful, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty terrific.
I mean, it's a great idea. I think I definitely won this.
The problem with that idea is what you start to, you start thinking about 2 hours in is whether or not you clapped or not.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
No, but this is just for long trips, right? So it's something that you specially reserve for long trips.
Right.
That way it really sticks out because how often are you going on a long trip? Don't do this daily because then it just becomes,
you can't do it daily.
What's tantamount to white noise.
I take a long trip every single day. What do you mean?
That's true.
All right.
It's voting time.
This is voting time. Billy, you want to cue the listeners?
All right, guys. One more time, we'll go through the rules. We have a machine. It only measures applause. Don't whistle. Don't boo. Don't moo. Don't hiss. We have caller ID. I'm seeing you 201-251-609. I see all your phone numbers here. So I'm just telling you, those are just the area codes. Just so that you're aware that I see your numbers here. You will be banned for life because we can tell who's making noise aside from clapping. All right.
For the audience, we should review one last time everyone's life hacks.
All right.
Mine was Mr. Nipple.
Yes.
Adhesive that go over your nipples that give you all sorts of confidence and make your nipples look rad. Roy?
Mine was putting your utensils in the hole of the handles of your pots and pans.
Yeah. Mine was if you're in a crowded elevator, you cough or you sneeze to keep people away from you. And if you're hanging something, you make a copy so you could just drill the holes. And if you don't want to be bound to anything legally, don't sign your actual name. Just sign a fake name.
Mine was if you're driving on a long road trip and you want to remember whether you locked your door or not, do something wacky as you're locking your door to really drive home that you definitely did it.
Okay. Now I'm nervous about this. It's voting time. All right. By sound of applause and applause only. How much do you like Roy's life hack? Decent turnout. All right. By a sound of applause and applause only. How much do you like my life hack? no.
Man.
Damn it, I'm disqualified.
Caller
Call
4.
Juan. We have to recalibrate the machine.
Honk the horn.
Block them for life. They are blocked.
Honk the horn. All right, let's move on. We have to keep moving.
Okay, by a sound of applause, and applause only. What the hell is going on?
Someone's talking in the background. Shh. Shh.
Hey! Okay. Oh my gosh. Block. Hang up on them. Hang up on them. By applause and applause only, how do you like Billy's life hack? He did have 3.
Yeah.
He did have 3. It's absurd. He should have been disqualified. I'm disqualified. All right, and by a sound of applause and applause only, Chris Cody's life hack.
Really win this?
Man, this one's tough. I clearly would have won if it were not for that horn. All right,
it's close.
Yeah, it's close. I think between Billy and Chris. All right, so I've been disqualified. One more time, applause and applause only for Billy's life hacks. Speaker. Applause and applause only for Chris Cody's life hacks.
Bring it.
Yeah! Congratulations!
My segment.
Chris Cody!
This was the life hack attack.
Dan Le Batard.
Hall of Famer Tony Perez pees in the shower. Hall of Famer Andre Dawson does not.
Stugotz.
That is the news that I bring you. I'm a journalist.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz on the ticket.
We've really been remiss. This is a rare thing. I think perhaps the first time this has ever happened in the history of our show, where we get to Wednesday without having properly made fun of Stugotz for his Jets losing to the Dolphins. Stugotz has escaped. Stugotz came out of the box 48 points. He went from all offseason questioning Sam Darnold, not understanding why they didn't keep Teddy Bridgewater because he's the talent evaluator of all talent evaluators.
Could have used him Sunday.
And then he immediately turned on Sam Darnold, turned toward Sam Darnold after 48 points, and now turns away again from Sam Darnold. But the Miami Dolphin fan, are you in? Or are you Dolphin? Or are you Dolph out? Like, are you used to, you're like,
You're Dolphin right now.
Yeah, because 2-0, you're 2-0. Are you as Dolphin as the Bengals are Dolphin? Wait, what?
Huh? I think you are, actually. Yeah, I think you're as Dolphin as Bengal fans are. I think anyone who's 2-0 is Dolphin.
You're super excited because you're playing the Raiders and their fans are Groot out, not Groot in.
I mean, 3-0 staring at you right in the face, Dan. 3-0. I mean, when's the last time the Dolphins
Chris
were 3-0?
Cody told you. Chris Cody told you, just like he told you. Who did you was it Brinson or was it someone else that you told us how to pitch?
Louis Brinson.
It was Brinson. You told us. You told us the scouting report. Chris Cody told you the Dolphins would start 3-0.
Outside of, no, not really. He said 2-1. Yeah. 2-1, but he refused to give the order of how that was going to happen. So if you're keeping track at home.
Well, you guys actually made me specifically pick, so I had them losing to the Raiders 2-1.
Right,
okay.
right.
Actually 2-2 because I have them losing to the Pats too.
Well,
but 2-0.
Wow.
I had it.
They're favored to win. According to ESPN, taking account times they actually won the division. If they win on Sunday, this will be the latest in the season they've been in sole possession of first place in the AFC East since 2005.
No.
That damn team, man.
No. Are you bleeping kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's been 13 years that they've been in first place in week 3?
No, well, after week 3. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. But keep in mind, if they win this game against the Oakland Raiders, who look listless and look like they're trying to find their way, 3-0 headed into a game with the New England Patriots. Huh?
Did you guys see the video, by the way, after trading Khalil Mack, the guy who replaced him in Oakland? Have you guys seen the video? His name is escaping me right now, but in the last drive, he's playing defense in the 2-minute drive for Denver to win the game. And that guy wasn't trying at all. Like he was just running around very slowly. And what was clear is that he wasn't in shape. Like he was totally gassed.
Wasn't expecting to play this much.
But the replacement for Khalil Mack was right. You got to find this video. You guys got to Google search it because it's funny. He's just running around out there and he's not doing anything. He's just running sideways. He's just exhausted. I don't even know why I don't know why he didn't ask out of the game.
I'm looking for the video. A name would help.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry
I
about that.
saw some posts that Tank Carradine was supposed to be Khalil Mack's replacement, but I'm not finding any videos of Tank Carradine actually.
No, that's not the guy I was thinking of. I'm sorry I sent you on this goose chase.
It happens.
Like, would you know the name if we?
Yes,
if we say
I would.
The name?
I know, and I know that wasn't the name. Yes.
It's not Bruce Irvin, is it?
Raiders depth chart. Here we go.
Arden Key.
I think it might be Bruce Irvin. Keep going. I think it is Bruce Irvin.
Let me do a Bruce Irvin video.
All right, a Bruce Irvin video search. This is how you get your Dolphin coverage here during the local hour here on a Wednesday in Miami.
We are on the precipice of Stugotz, of seeing the full spectrum of Jets fan in just 3 weeks because he was so sure that he found the quarterback after that Monday night blowout win at Detroit. I mean, Detroit's a good team.
I do wonder about this. Help me out here, guys, because
Detroit's a good team.
Well, that's what you think week one headed into Monday Night Football. They're obviously not because you beat them. It is Bruce Irvin. I'm watching the video right now.
Well, describe it to the people because it's not in front of me, but do I have it accurately described?
I mean, he looks like you running.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you top speed, but for an NFL player, this is pretty disappointing.
Yeah. So I want to ask you guys this question, though, because the Dolphins have been entirely retooled. They got rid of all the names that you know. They got rid of Pouncey and Sue and Landry and Jay Ajayi. And when they get rid of everybody, Adam Gase is telling you, because some of them were puzzling. Jay Ajayi, to all of us, was like, well, wait a minute. Why would you do that? Why would you trade that? So he's now going with the voiceless, faceless, nameless route of I'm going to do it with my guys, the guys who will do it my way. All of these, an occasional fast Albert, but these are the guys that are going to do it my way. And here's the thing about that. With Tannehill healthy, this is a team that can win 10 games. We know that. And what's going to happen is what's going to get the credit when the Dolphins, or if the Dolphins win 10 games, is that Adam Gase shook it up and changed the culture. But what they will be is the same team that they were 2 years ago when they made the playoffs and then immediately lost, but didn't have it. Tannehill didn't play in that game, right?
Matt Moore, that was the year that he actually got hurt towards the tail end of the season. Matt Moore had to make that start at Pittsburgh.
It's an interesting thing, though, because they've got all of these guys that now are not Jay Ajayi, where the obvious talent is there for all to see, but the Dolphins didn't like some of that culture stuff. And this one's interesting to me, and it's always interesting to me. I imagine we'll talk about it nationally, but there's a new book out on Tom Brady now, and one of the things in the book is the Patriots don't believe that Tom Brady is as special as the rest of us do. The Patriots believe they're the reason Tom Brady is that kind of special, and I'm always worried when ego like that gets in the way. Does Adam Gase think that he can mix and match his way with no Jay Ajayis, with no Jarvis Landrys, with just his guys, his way, anonymous guys? Does he think he can mix and match his way? That Jay Ajayi doesn't fit his system, but the system is what matters, and he's going to get the guys who run his system. Jarvis Landry wasn't happy with how he was using this system. He didn't want a bunch of short catches. He wanted to be used down the field, and what did Adam Gase said? You're not worth that much. Get out of here.
He's gone, and Adam Gase is 2-0. I mean, I think of course Adam Gase believes that. It's got to be my type of guy, my player who fits my system, and if I have those guys, then yes, we can win.
That's bold, though, to do at his age with no pedigree, no head coaching pedigree. That's a pretty bold thing to do after your first bad season. Like, everything was gold in the first season. The second season, all of a sudden becomes, Gase isn't that special. And it's not even his fault. All that was is Tannehill got hurt. Like this, for all the work and culture around this football team, it all comes down to, is your quarterback healthy? And if he is, you'll get the couple of bounces. Maybe you win 10. And if he's not, you go 7-9. And
unless you're the Patriots and Brady's out for the entire season, you go 11-5. I mean, that's how they roll.
I agree with you on, I think you're just talking kind of offensively. The defense is the real thing where they could take the next step. Like, they held the Jets to 42 rushing yards. They create a bunch of turnovers. The defense is the wild card here, that if the defense is a little better than it was last year, the team is going to be better than it was last year.
How could it be without Ndamukong Suh? Seriously. I asked this question seriously. How could this defense, since it's still got Kiko Alonso in coverage, how could this defense be better? Because if it's going to be better, it's going to be better largely on guys that, I mean, you could say Minkah Fitzpatrick is a huge difference maker. They didn't know his name on PTI. They did not know his name. Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser did not know about the name Minkah Fitzpatrick, and that guy's going to be, like, he's going to be a very good player.
I mean, Sue, by all accounts, is a destructive force, but Detroit not really missing Ndamukong Suh. Probably having more success without him. Miami, in the early going, having some success without Ndamukong Suh. Maybe he's just one of those weird players that pops out.
Football is weird. It's not him. It's football that's weird. It doesn't make any sense that Ndamukong Suh, you can always have him on your team and still somehow your defense is never good. Like, that makes no sense.
Their best player might be Xavier Howard, too. Like, they have some names. Rashad Jones. The defense is better than I think people think.
Jones is the playmaker. Jones is around the football. I'm trying to think of the last safety. Man, the Dolphin fan has had some frustrations with the safety position over the years, going back to Louis Oliver. Big hitting Louis Oliver, who always got there just a little too late.
But when he got there, man.
Yes, he brought lumber with him. He had a 2x4 on his shoulder when he got there, but very often he did not get there.
I mean, if he got there on time, whoa.
Playmaking Brock Marion, though.
Brock Marion, wait a minute. Brock Marion, they had him returning kicks.
And he made plays.
He did make plays. He wasn't fast enough.
Oh, he made plays. I think he took one to the house.
I think you're right about that. Brock Marion. we could have fun. We could have fun, Stugotz, one day just taking calls on people naming the Dolphin defensive backs that they've been frustrated with over the years. This goes back a ways. This goes back to bleeping Lifford Hobley. Like, I mean, what? Yeah, right. I mean, this is it's not even Terrell Buckley. It's way back in the Wayback Machine to Lifford Hobley.
Brian Walker. Ooh, ball hawks, Marion and Walker.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a playmaker at safety. Am I wrong about this? Am I forgetting someone?
Why Bell?
Oh, people did like Jeremiah. They liked Jeremiah Bell because he was.
You went why Bell?
Yeah, well, he went why Bell because he didn't know his first name.
Exactly.